Hey everyone, this is part 3 of my worm composting series. What you see here is I just have a bucket that I drilled holes in, and what you see now are my worms currently. They're in this bucket. So what I'm planning on doing is putting the bucket that has the holes in it on top of this bucket that you see here, and the worms are going to crawl through, or they're supposed to crawl through. So what I'm doing now is just taking some of the leaves out of the bucket because I'm going to put more food in that bucket so the worms will have something to crawl up to. So pretty much what I'm trying to do is create a worm tower. The bucket that I'm pulling stuff out of, I'm just going to call it bucket number 1. So I'm taking stuff out of bucket number 1 and putting it in bucket number 2. Now I'm not going to put anything else in bucket 1. When they finish eating everything in bucket 1, they will crawl up to bucket 2 and start eating there. So once they crawl up to bucket 2, or most of the worms have crawled up to bucket 2, hopefully I'm just left with worm poop. So I've added some more browns to bucket 2, and now I'm adding some greens to bucket 2 as well. So hopefully they, sense the food up there and come eat. So when this video goes out, it will be 2026. So Happy New Year's. So that means growing season is right around the corner. So I want to make sure I have a good amount of worm castings to use in my garden. And I'm so excited. I have a lot of garden plans this year. So if you like that kind of stuff, just stick around because I'm going to take you all with me. And also, if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2 of my worm composting, check that out too. So what I'm doing right now is, now that I have the food in there, I'm just taking some more browns, which are the leaves, and putting it over the top just to top it off. So from my research, it sounds like you kind of want to layer it. So you have your brown layer, then you have the green layer, then you have the brown layer. So that's kind of the whole gist with the leaves that you see me doing now. Just trying to make sure, have all the layers. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna see what we're looking like in 2 weeks. Hopefully some of the worms have crawled up into bucket number 2. And spoiler alert, they actually did come up there to bucket number 2. Not all of them, but some of them did. But what you see me doing right now is I'm just moistening it a little bit. I don't want it to be too dry. But I actually think I put a little bit too much water in there, because you'll see in the next clip that I had quite a few critters. I had some crickets, some flies, a few roaches. So either I put too much food in there or it was too wet. So we're going to have to troubleshoot. And this is 2 weeks later, so you can see like some of the worms just kind of sitting up there at the top. Maybe they're making their way through the holes. But when I open the bucket, you'll see what I'm talking about. The little creatures, they just started popping out from everywhere. I'm like, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Just wait, you'll see. You can already see some flies flying around in the camera. I'm not scared of bugs, so I wasn't afraid to like put my hand in there or anything. But this is my worm bin, and it's a home for the worms. So the other creatures has got to go. So if you have a worm bin and you've had this problem before, like, let me know in the comments what you think I might have done wrong, or let me know what you did to solve your problem. I truly appreciate it. So you can see like the roaches like crawling on the side, and I think in this clip you'll also see like a cricket pop out in a minute. But I'm not gonna put any more food in here. I'm just gonna put some more. What I did was I put some more browns in there, so some like paper and stuff, just to kind of dry it out just a little bit. And what you see me doing in this clip, I'm really just checking to see if there are worms actually in bucket number 2, or if they're just still chilling out in bucket number 1. So like I said earlier, spoiler alert, there were some worms in bucket number 2, but there wasn't very many of them. And you'll see in a few minutes, because I think I actually bring the camera closer just so you guys can get a better look. But right now I'm adding some more browns to like dry it up a little bit, because I think it was too wet as well. But like I said, I'm not gonna put it, or I didn't put any more food in there because I think I had put too much food in there. But I'm just gonna stop talking and let you guys just watch. And there's a worm in the top left corner. I'm actually about to point to it in the clip. And that is it for part 3. I want to say thank you for watching my video, and hopefully in the next video we will be harvesting some worm castings. Bye.